Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna answering 5 questions, at least 5 questions. If possible, I will answer more than 5 questions. And I'm sorry for the outside noise. However, so my first question is, how will you send data from a child component to the parent component? So as we know already that React is a one-way data flow, which actually can pass the data from the up to down. It means it can pass the data from parents to child. But if you would like to send the data from child to parents, you have to use a technique. You have to be tricky, and the technique is called lifting state up. Actually, you will not actually it's not possible from sending pass the data from the children to parent, but as I told a little early that we can use a technique which is called lifting state up, which means you will define the function in a parent component, but you will call that function from the child component, and you will pass the data as a parameter from the child component. This is the actual technique. This is called state lifting state up. What is the best way to send 4 or more props to a child component? I think this is a very easy to send 4 or more. Even it could be 10, 20. It doesn't matter. You can send props individually, but if you want to send individually, you have to write lots of codes. But if you if yeah, but you can send the whole object as a props, then you will destructure the that props into your child component. So I think if you send the whole object as a props, that would be the best way to send all of these properties. Mm, what is Redux and what is the purpose of Redux? Actually, Redux is another open source JavaScript library. It's actually used for uh, state management. Uh, you can uh, manage the state centrally, and it allows you to prevent the unusual re-rendering. It's also helpful for server. Re-rendering is easy to debug and easy to test. What is React Native? What do you know about React Native? Actually, React Native is another popular. I think this is the most popular framework, open source JavaScript framework, to build cross-platform mobile application, such as Android and for iOS, uh, utilizing the same code base. Actually, React Native works as a bridge, and that allows connection between the JavaScript and the native elements. Uh, though React Native React Native allows you to build a faster, cheaper, easier, and smoother applications within less time frame. But uh, though they claim that React Native is React Native is like native like experience application, but experts says that it's actually near native experience, and the React Native is community is growing rapidly compared to the other framework. There are some cons that if you build a complex mobile application, then React Native might not give you that kind of support. However, there are some controversy. I I think, however, I think React Native is better for newbie and for a small application. How will you optimize a React application? To stop unnecessary rendering, we can use React performance optimization tools, shoot component update, pure component, immutable JS. Why did you update library? And identifying the problematic bundles for a React-based PWA. Code splitting could also help you, and lazy loading images. Those are going to help you. What are the different ways to manage state in React application? Actually, in React, there are 4 types of state: local state, global state, and server state, and URL state. Each of the state managed in different ways. For local state, we actually normally use the state React hook, but instead of local state, you can use reducer, which is actually more manageable than use the state hooks. For global state, nowadays people using Redux, but use reducer is perfect for state management, global state management. Sometimes people use context API to avoid prop drilling, but remember that it is a best practice to combine context API and use reducer. Server state, actually we use effects hooks to fetch external data to manage the server state. Though a third-party library named React Router, React Query is a better solution to manage the server state. URL state actually largely depends on Next.js library framework. Another third-party package, React Router, you can use that package also. As well as you can use custom hooks to manage your URL. So this is how you can manage your state properly for a React application. Why do we inject dependency inside a use effect hook? Actually, we inject a dependency because to prevent the unavoidable re-rendering. If you define if you provide a dependency as an array, when the data is changed of that dependency, then it will re-render. Otherwise, it will not re-render and save you a lot of time and cost. Tell me some disadvantage of React.js. Actually, compared to the advantages, I think React.js React has little bit disadvantages. Suppose actually it depends on which position you are belong to. Suppose if you are newbie, as React library is updating constantly, so sometimes it hard to keep the is really hard to keep the pace of the developer. with the changes, cope up with the changes. This is one barrier. Another is some as it is the changes happening so frequently that there is lack of full of documentation. This is another. Sometimes to make the website SEO friendly, you have to use third party another framework called Next.js. This is why sometimes people don't like React.js. However, ultimately React.js is great tools and great library to develop any application. And thank you for watching this, and hope you guys enjoy my answers. Thanks. See you in the next video.